Hello, it's Icy back again with more reference material for Homestead, the DLC for ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. Today we're going to look at some other stuff. I'm not standing in the right spot. I don't have any room here. Let's get over here, somewhere else. Alright, this will do. We're going to have a look at some of the things in the Undercroft section. Now, I'm pretty sure we've already looked at basin, haven't we? Can't remember. Some of them we would have already looked at maybe in the pottery section, but we might just whip through them quickly here. Okay. Hello, it's Icy back again with more reference material for Homestead, the DLC for ESO, the Elder Scrolls Online. So today we are looking at some of the things that fall under the Undercroft section. So sacred pieces, other things that might not be called sacred or perhaps profane, I guess, but we'll have a look at those today. So basins. Now, I'm pretty sure, sometimes it's hard to remember, most of these I believe I've covered in a previous video, probably the pottery one, but I will say all of these, except maybe the Argonian one, which is very interesting, are great for your bathroom in your house. They're a really good size. Is it profane to use a sacred bathroom in your sacred basin in your bathroom? Possibly. It depends. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the sensors. So I am going to buy this one because I have seen this one in somebody's house and it's actually really nice and totally worthwhile using. So let's go out of here. We light it. Work? Go. Oh, why can't I select it? Oh, that's the street names. Oh, anyway, it glows when it's working. Not quite sure why. I have seen it working. It just has smoke floating out of it. So it's like an incense burner. But this one, which is the Argonian one, is actually very attractive. And if I found this pattern, I would learn this pattern rather than selling it. It would look very nice in any of my houses. Now, some of these I will buy and some of them we will just look at. So we've got the high earth, sorry, the elf one. Oh, see, this one's on fire. There we go. You can also see it's almost working like a light, got a bit of a glow from it. It's very nice, but it would also work really well in your Daedric style dungeon. Alright, so we also have the Dark Elf Thurigible, which just does incense rather than the lighter as well. Right, and there are several Redguard ones. Now, if you have a Redguard house or you're traveling to one in the preview screen, you'll notice on the artwork picture they've actually got a wall with a whole heap of sensors actually arranged in the wall, sort of all linked together. Very nice. I will say the sensors are extremely expensive to make in materials. I've made one, which I found the recipe for, and it was really very costly. So it's worthwhile doing, but just keep in mind, I'd only make one if your design absolutely requires it. So this is the bell-shaped one, the hanging bowl-shaped one, the hanging disc. I think we might buy this one. I think this is the one I've got. Yes, this is the one I've got. Oh, there we go. We've got some smoke emanating from all of them now. And you can turn the smoke off as well. And also, I know some people, what they do is they get one and then they set it inside a water feature all the way down. And so the smoke coming up makes it look like it's steam, or perhaps a cauldron or something. So it looks like there's steam coming off, which is a pretty cool idea. I very much like that as a solution. You could also stick it inside a fireplace, like sort of sink it down inside, and that would give the same effect as well. Alright, so that's the sensor, and we also have the hanging horn style. So all pretty much the same, just slightly different shapes. And we have the wood elf one. We'll also buy... It looks different. Hang this... Oh! Oh hey, that's actually... Oh! Oh! I didn't know that that was a whole little hanging basket of fire. Oh, that's fantastic. Alright, yes, I will be keeping an eye out for that one as well. The advantage with the Wood Elf Funishings is they're not as popular, so you could probably get a good deal. So, that was the incense. Alright, let's take a look at the sacred pieces. So, we have Argonian painted bark. Now the other thing you could do is there's a number of plain just Argonian stools, which are just sort of basically circles of wood. You could use one of these to make a chair back as well, if that's not profane to use something sacred. So we have the Argonian wind chimes. I mean, they're fine. The Argonian drum. Now, this is the only musical instrument currently available in the game. To purchase or craft for housing. You will see around the game there are harps and lutes, drums and all sorts of different instruments, but they're not currently, to my knowledge, available to put inside a house. This is the only one. So if you are looking for musical instruments, try and find yourself an Argonian drum. Okay, so we have an Argonian pedestal altar. Oh, this is quite nice. Let's buy this actually. Let's have a look. Now, here we go. Where are we? There. Okay, so you can get rewards of big fancy gold busts for killing the final boss in veteran dungeons. I think that's how it works. I'm not that interested in dungeons, so I can't really tell you. Sorry. But you could get these and place the bust on top, especially if you're an Argonian character. This would look really quite cool. Alright, so we have the Argonian ritual pot. This is very cute. It's about yay big. You can see one in the Argonian house in the in Old Harbour. Okay, so we have a serpent relic. Now this would be quite cool. You could place it along a wall. You could actually... Oh, hang on. Do you know what you could do? If you had a couple of these... Oh, these would be a great border feature. Around a fireplace, around a garden bed, around the bottom of a hedge. That would look amazing. That would look pretty amazing. Okay, so you've got big. Okay, I think I bought the big one and a small one as well. So you've got a couple of options inside. Ooh, that would be so cool! Alright, so we have Argonian Totem of the Snake. Argonian wind chimes. Now I've seen these and found these like as a recipe. Look, if you had a very beachy affair type of place, that would look pretty cool. Okay, the Imperial Altar of the Bay. Very, very fancy. I don't know where you'd put it or what you'd do with it. It's very, I mean, it looks gorgeous, but it's very over the top. Okay, so you've got some Imperial pedestals. Also good if you're wanting to place your busts from dungeons on it. And you've got a plainer stone one as well, which of course would be, use not many mats and be cheaper to construct. Okay, so Imperial Shrine of the Bay, which presumably is just bigger and wider, because I'm assuming that basin is the same size. And Imperial Way Shrine of the Bay, which it would be totally cool to have a way shrine in your house. I could see doing that, especially if you put a fire in the top of the bowl. Eyes of the Wilder King are the blue flames. You could make your own. You could make your own. Your own travel point. Yeah, that didn't work, but that would look pretty cool if you had a big enough garden. That would look awesome. Okay. So, symbolic decor. So, we have some crocodile skulls, lizard skulls, frilled skull on a totem, that an actual Argonian head? I hope not. That seems a bit creepy. Crocodile skull on a totem pole. Now the other thing is, why would you buy that? Depending on the actual usage, where you could get that one and then just sink it down into the ground so you're not seeing the stick. Either way. Okay, so wood elf hide heavy. Oh, now isn't that interesting? You can actually drape that over the back of a chair, the back of a bed frame. Ooh, that's good. It's got options. Alright, you've got the wood elf pedestal. So another one that's great for putting busts on, but also something that would just look really cool in a garden, actually, and it's a green recipe, and I've certainly seen these around. I think I might even know this recipe. Okay, wood elf totem framed. Just the skull. A wall hide. Pierced wall hide. Spotted wall hide, tall and skinny rather than wider. Oh, and that's awesome. Look, yeah, I guess. They're not really to my taste, but if you're going very firmly wood elf, yeah, they'd work, I guess. I think the only one there that's really could be quite useful is this one. I think you could do some interesting things decoration for you. So, I mean, unless you do like wood elf, in which case go for it. And if you do really like wood elf and you've decorated your house in a wood elf style, link me below and I would love to come and visit. Alright, so now, actually let's skip that for the moment. Let's go back up here. So we've got, okay, an Argonian clawfoot, which, interestingly, is exactly the same as the Redguard Cauldron, just a different colour, so that's right. Okay, so we have the Breton urn lid striated. Now, this matches, there is somewhere in here, I remember, it must be up in pottery, there is a Breton urn. This is the lid for the urn, purple recipe. I found, well actually I bought this recipe for it rewards, oh, sorry, I bought a random recipe for it rewards. It turned out to be this one. I was not overly enamored with this. I'll still try and sell it, but I did feel a bit cheated. So anyway, alright, we have the Redguard Gilded Canopic Jar, which is beautiful, but is the same as the blue one that we've looked at previously in pottery. Like shape, like the actual mesh is the same. Okay, so we have the Khajiit Amber Urn, and yeah, all the Khajiit stuff all looks very similar. It's only the shape of the jar that changes. Apart from that, it's all that colour. So the Orcish Cauldron Sealed. I would like this if I could find it. It's really very elegant in a chunky sort of way. These I have in my house right now, which I still need to do a tour of. I will get to that when it's a few more bits and pieces. The Redguard Urn, lacquered. So interestingly, so because this falls under the Undercroft section as opposed to the Hearth section, these vases don't require flour to construct them, which the other ones do. So it's something to keep in mind if you're running out of any particular resource, is to look in the other sorts of sections to find a different style of vase which will require different mats to make. Now the Redguard mural, the very Egyptian style there. Actually I suppose really it's more Persian plus Egyptian perhaps. So the beards are very Persian. Anyway, I love this vase. I want this vase. I need the pattern for this vase. It's gorgeous. I need many of these elegant vases sitting around my house. And the Redguard Urn Star, which is also very beautiful, and I do have the pattern for this. So we move from sacred down to profane. There are torture devices, which is not something I'm ever going to get or buy, but if you're making yourself a torture dungeon, vampire den, Daedric lair, any of those things, these could be quite useful. You've got a couple of cages, and I've seen people use cages in their houses and place, like, if they've got a pet scamp or something inside, which is pretty effective. So you've got like the big cage and a little cage, so the wild animal one might be more useful, possibly, for people. You've got a gibbet? Gibbet? I actually don't know how to pronounce that properly. Let me know in the comments. Now, what some people also do is they put their target skeletons inside, which is kind of cool. I actually don't know if you can attack through the cage. But there's also various other body-like statues which you could also place inside the cage for a really interesting effect. Now, oh, let's apply it so you can see. I mean, it's big. We're not talking anything small here. Oh. And probably what you can do is if you have friends in your house and you happen to be decorating at the time and you place this over top of them and then released it, they probably wouldn't be able to get out. This happened accidentally to somebody, not with this, with a hedge. They got stuck inside the location of the hedge and get out. Now you can press F5 if you're a visitor in the house and take yourself back to the entryway at any stage, but you know, that'd be kind of amusing. Alright, so we have an Imperial Cauldron, which actually, let's buy this because that's quite interesting. Okay, so it's the same as it's the same as the cauldrons you use in Cyrodiil in PvP, and there's a fire cauldron reward that you can use as well. I suppose that this is meant to be a torture device with people in pitch. Didn't think that quite works. Anyway, so we have a little kennel as well, like a metal kennel. Ah, I've seen that popping up and I went, oh, I could buy a kennel, but I'm glad I didn't. If I had a puppy, I wouldn't want to put it in a metal kennel. And we have a couple of stockades. I did find a purple recipe. Well, actually, got one as a random writ reward from buying the Lalu writ reward things for patterns in the Master Writs, and promptly put it up for sale. I don't know if it's sold yet, but it will be in the North American mega server on Tenacious Deals, somewhere in, not sure which shop, but somewhere in Deshan, if you're looking for one. Go buy it. Yeah. And we also have I suspect that this green version is not in the main server. I wouldn't think that they would have a purple one and a green one. That's, well, that's not fair. They should just have it as a green. Don't worry about the purple one at all. So I suspect the green one's not there, but they're identical. So that's it. Sacred devices, profane devices. What are you looking for in your house? Anything here that you liked specifically that you want for your place? Ah, look, there we go. There's the matching hanging bowl to the star urn, which we haven't stuck out side. I am definitely going to try and find that wood elf one. That's a really nice torch. There's a lot of light coming in there. And also this dark elf one as well. I don't like the shape or the way it looks, but it would work as a lighting source too. So please leave me a comment. Tell me which ones you like and the ones you're looking for. Please do give us a thumbs up if you liked this video and to help spread word about the channel. And please do subscribe as always. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.